last couple summers that if a lady wants to shoot 3-pointers, when she's shooting the 3-pointers, then she's going to have to drop that one fist real probably and drop her elbow down. So what we want them to do is to practice, and this could happen for boys, practice. If 3-pointers, do you want one fist or do you want to drop that elbow down a little bit? What you do is you drop it to where you start swishing the ball and making a lot of shots, and then from then on when you're shooting 3-pointers that season, keep your elbow at that distance. So you visualize. So if you're playing a game and you miss a shot and you go back on defense, you should be able to correct your own shot. If you miss to the left, then you know your arrow went to the left. If it was short, your elbow is too high straight up. And if you're hitting the back of the rim, then your elbow's eye level. So when you're playing a game, or if you're shooting a free throw in a game, you should be able to correct your own shot by knowing exactly where the ball hit the rim. So when you're practicing or playing games, you can do the same thing. Correct your own shot. And that's what the best thing about the Shot Doctor shooting is that you learn to correct your own shots. And we're really excited about sharing this with people around the country. Okay, we finished the major, what I call the Final Four. The Final Four would be the grip, body position, setup, and finish. Those are the Final Four. If you can do those 4 things, you're really going to be a good shooter. The next thing we have is, we had in our saying was, great basketball shooters finish champions. Champions stands for cybernetics. Cybernetics means mentally programming your mind to succeed. Your mind does not know the difference between real and imaginary. So the first thing on cybernetics, the first thing you do is you set goals. You write down your goals. If that could be that you want to be a student, that you want to go to Harvard, that you want to be an all-conference or an all-state player. You've got to set goals and then write them down, and then you got to have them where you can see them daily. So we always tell our players we'd like them to have their goals on their locker at school so they see them, and then on their mirror at home. And we also want them, while I'm thinking of it, to have a picture of their finished position in the same spot so that they always see a picture of themselves in finished position on their locker and on their mirror. The second one is paint mental pictures. You got to visualize yourself doing things correctly. You can actually sit and shoot without the ball. You can stand there and shoot and imagine that the ball's going in every time and almost improve as much as if you do it with a ball. So you got to watch movies. You do this at night before you go to bed. You watch movies and see yourself shooting a free throw with a packed house where you're going to make every shot. So when you do cybernetics, the mind doesn't know the difference between real and imaginary. So every time you shoot in cybernetics, you see the ball go up, up, up. 2/3 of the way to the basket, it comes down, it hits a back of the net, and it swishes and the net flies, and that's what you want to do. So you got to visualize, make movies. Okay, the third on cybernetics is develop concentration. You have pinpoint concentration and broad. Pinpoint means that when you shoot a free throw, you're going to look at the middle hook and you're going to sight that. You're going to point your arrow to shoot right over the top of that hook. Broad concentration means like when you're playing a game, you come down, you plant, and you go up to shoot a jump shot, and you come down, but you're shooting at the whole rim instead of just one part. Because during a game, you cannot go up and say, I got to shoot at the middle hook. What you do is when you're playing a game is you go up and visualize the whole rim, and that's what you do. Fourth thing, therefore, on cybernetics is relax and let it happen. So when you're ready to play, you don't go up there and your elbow's all stiff and you're just not into it. You got to just go up there and relax, let your wrist flip and relax and let the shot happen. Those are the main things. Now we're going to put a one-page cybernetics thing on our website. So if you want to go and get more information on mentally programming yourself to be a better shooter, we will put a one-page information sheet on our website, and you're welcome to go to the website and look it up and run it off and then work on it. Make sure you're working on that at night before you go to bed if you want to really improve your shot. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is talk just for a few minutes about the jump shot. The jump shot is shot the same way as all the other shots, except there's three things that we want you to change just a little bit. The first thing is your feet. And you can work on this without a ball. When you shoot a jump shot, you should have your toes point back down, straight down, so that you go up and down in the same footprint. So when I shoot a jump shot, I point my toes down, and I will go up and down the same spot. I correct pros, I've been correcting college guys this summer, and a lot of them, they're fading left and right. And the reason for that is that they're playing against big, tall, quick people, and they think to get a shot off, they got to start fading. When you fade, you're looking at a moving target. You do not want that rim to seem like it's a moving target. So what you want to do is when you shoot a jump shot, point your toes down. That's the first thing. Second thing is we want your chin to remain solid. Don't bring your chin back. Your head weighs 20, 25 pounds. So if you bring your head back, you're probably going to have a tendency to fall backwards. If you fall backwards, you're going to shoot short. Okay, so keep your chin solid. So when you're on a jump shot, keep your chin in the same spot. The third and last thing is, a lot of people shoot the jump shot on the way down, and it causes them to really have a bad shot. They about hurt their back, and now all we want you to do on a jump shot is release the ball the same way, only you're going to release the ball just before the top of your jump. So when you shoot a jump shot, release the ball just before the top of your jump. Point your feet down and do that. So a jump shot, if you do it correctly, basically you're just going to jump up, shoot, and point your feet down. Okay, shooting a free throw. We tell coaches around the country, if your team can, or your players can shoot 80% on their own, then they can shoot the way they want to. If they don't, then we'd like it for them to shoot the shot doctor way. The way we do it is, we have the referee has the ball. We'll get us a referee, and what the referee has the ball, and when I step up the line, I'm like Steve Nash, NBA Player of the Year, Most Valuable Player. What he does is exactly what we've been teaching for 20 years. So the referee's getting the ball, everybody's getting in. He steps up, and we want this done. You put your shooting foot right where the nail hole is, right down the middle. So you'll notice that there's a line right down the middle. Your balance foot just comes out, and usually we have it point to the sideline and in line where the corner is. Then we just bend our knees a little bit. We focus on the middle of the rim, and we want you to shoot two without the ball. Two without the ball. Steve Nash did this all year long. Shoot two. Then when the referee gives you the ball, you're ready to bounce the ball no more than 3 times. 2 or 3 times is enough. You focus on the middle of the rim, and then all you got to do is lift your elbow up and point your arrow straight down the middle, right where that line is. And I might say that if you're shooting at home, paint you a line right down the middle from the free throw line to the middle of the rim, so that you can always practice going straight down that line so you don't ever go anywhere. So your arm's going straight. The thing that does for you is all you got to do is get the correct distance. If you get the correct distance, then you have it made. By getting your elbow or one fist away from your arm, then you're going to have the correct distance. So shoot a free throw, you bounce it once or twice, bam, straight out, straight down. People need to know that it takes 21 days of this shooting every day, 300 shots or more a day, to develop a good shot. So we tell our campers that they have to shoot 21 straight days with a perfect shot, have both arms up till the ball hits the floor, 300 shots. It takes from 10 to 12 minutes to shoot 100 shots. So if you'll shoot for 30 minutes to 35 to 40, you're going to get 300 shots in. If you want to make all conference or all state, we tell a person they should shoot 500 shots a day. If you shoot 500 shots a day for 100 days, we think you have a great chance of having a perfect permanent shot. You would shoot 50,000 shots in 100 days, and you would make it where you won't ever have to work as hard on your shooting, because if you have the correct form, then it's going to become natural, and that's what you want to do to become a better shooter. In summary, one other thing, great shooters are made, not born. You've got to go out and practice. You have to practice, and you got to practice the correct technique if you want to be a better shooter. And we've given you all the ways you can do it. I know I have a lot of people that they have parents that'll film them. They'll go in and they'll look at their shot, and then they'll come back and they'll know right away after they see their own shot what they need to do, because they can see some of the things that they aren't doing correctly. So we're pretty proud. We're the first shooting camp in the country that has used an arrow on the wrist and some of the things on the hand where we mark the hands, and I think that's a huge thing for people to learn faster, and it's going to help you a lot to do those things. And then for college coaches and some high school coaches, you don't think your players ever should change their shot, and we were talking about that. A great example of that is if Tiger Woods, who's the greatest golfer maybe in history, has won 9 majors. He went out this last year and changed his shot. There's nobody would argue that the golf swing is harder to change than shooting a basketball. He went out and after 9 majors changed his whole thing. If you're 20 years old to 30, 35, you can still change a basketball shot way easier than you could change your golf swing. So don't give up on your shot. Use these simple principles that we've given you. Great basketball shooters finish champions. Grip, body position, setup, finish, and cybernetics, and you'll be on the road to being a great shooter.
Ready, break.
I can't stop me all the time. Okay, we'd like to mention our shooting camps. We've been going around the world for 25 years doing shooting camps. We've been in Okinawa, we've been in Amsterdam, we've been in South America, we've been everywhere, all the states in the United States. The best thing I think about our shooting camps is that we come in and one day we ask a set price, which isn't that much. The schools usually make a lot of money or some money, and they teach all their coaches how to shoot and all their players how to shoot the same way. We had one school in California clear $5,100 last year in one day, and that beats the heck out, like Coach told us, that beats the heck out of selling a lot of candy bars and things like that. We can come in pre-season or during the season. This year right now we've got quite a few camps or shooting instructions where we're going into schools and just doing their teams during the season. I know I've been in a couple schools in Colorado that have won state championships and gone 26-0 by coming in November, and they work on shooting the whole year during their season. It really helps. So don't forget to go to our website and check us out, that you can go for one day, in season, out of season, pre-season, in the summer, in the spring, whenever suits your program the best. One of the new products that Shot Doctors is marketing would be the Internet Shooting Coach, where you will be able to film a team or an individual, or a parent could film a student at home or player at home, and after 5, 10, 15 minutes of filming, whatever, they can send it back to the Shot Doctor website, and we can analyze it and get it back to them in a very short period of time, which will really help a student. So we will be able to circle things that they're doing wrong, talk on a microphone to them, and then show them a video clip drills of the things that they need to work on. And the video clips will also show you what you're doing wrong, and we'll be able to correct that shot and get it back to you in a short period of time. Something that has developed in the Shot Doctor program and over the years is our STAT program. Now we have an updated model of the STAT program that has got to be one of the best in the United States, if it's not the best, because it will show players' points per minute, plus and minus points per minute they played. A coach or a student can sit on the bench or anywhere in the gym during the game with a little printer, and they can print out the stats after 3 minutes into the game, at the end of the first quarter, which I would do if I were coaching, have printouts at halftime, and all those printouts will tell you what the other team is doing and what your team is doing. Not only that, they will tell you how many plus points per minute each player has got that's in the game, and then at the end of the game it will rank them on 28 different things or more about what are their field goal percentage. It could be their turnover to assist ratio, which we're finding out is something the colleges are using now. So this upgraded stats program, we've had huge number of people calling for more information. If you'll go to our website, www.statdoctor.net, which doctor would be DR, www.statdr.net.
Okay, time out.
You can cut that out and put it in there.
Yeah.